Hey guys, Billy Davidson here with Davidson Pressure Wash Painting, Hammond, Louisiana. I want to show you a little bit of what we're doing today with surface cleaning, kind of giving this concrete a surface cleaning, but doing it in a manner where we're not spraying it with such intense pressure. So we're going to talk about some surface cleaner tips on both our surface cleaners. And also we are actually working on this mansion. It's a mansion that's worth millions and millions of dollars. And we soft washing the mansion. We're going to talk about a little bit of that on the siding and the surface cleaner tips. So please stay to the end. This could very much help you out whenever you're doing some of these beautiful homes. As you see, this the siding on this building is a sand finish. It's red brick behind it, but it's got this sand finish on top of it. And I'm actually not sure of the name of this process. I looked it up and I would like to learn more about it. And we've washed quite a bit of these, but I've never really got familiar with the type of workmanship that goes into it. So if anyone knows more about this, please leave it in the comments below. This has really been popping up in our area over the last several years, and it's become really popular. And one thing you can do to it, you can treat this with a sodium hypochlorite solution all day long. Usually about a 1.5% is what we usually elect on it. Also, this house has a massive amount of landscaping, probably in order of a couple $100,000 worth of landscaping, if I had to guess, maybe even more. They're always changing it out and replacing stuff. So I'm going to show you a little bit of that. So we've always been reluctant to go too strong with a sodium hypochlorite solution. I know some of these plants, I talked to a landscaper, are a bit fragile, some around the other side. So we've always been a little bit cautious about that. And when these guys change out a tree or something, it's a process, man. They got to dig it up, and then they have everything meticulously put back in place. And then usually we come in and clean behind the landscaper several times a year. So this has been an ongoing process. But yeah, this sand finish, we treat it with a sodium hypochlorite solution. Usually I downstream it. I have soft washed it as well with a soft wash pump. Either way, 1 to 1.5% is what I usually do on it. If I have a problem area, I'll spot treat that problem area just to try to keep a lot of the SH and salt out of the landscaping. And I know that pre-wetting obviously could mitigate that issue, but I've always been just super cautious with it. I've understood that they had some guys out here doing some work before and ruined some of the landscape, and they wasn't even using pressure washers. They were doing something with something else on a construction part of it, and they did not like that. So we're always on eggshells when we're working around a home like this. So just wanted to show you that. Also, I'm going to show you the surface cleaner, what we do into this concrete. Now you see these expansion joints, they have recently been sealed. And we actually do a lot of this work, but we did not do this job. So I don't know if they had someone else in mind, or either they didn't realize we do it. But this is a really high paying ticket item. I'm going to be bringing some of this joint sealing to you in a very near future. So if you would like to learn more about that, please hit that notification bell and subscribe as well. So yeah, so some of this joint sealing, I'm going to bring this to the channel in the near future. So hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well. That way you can learn this. We're going to be teaching this as well, the price, how to do it, how to upsell a customer. And man, you can make some money doing that. It's a little bit of hands and knees work until you get the right equipment, but we're going to show you how we do it. We just actually had the landscaper show up, so that's why I had to break apart for a second. Just as I was talking about the sodium hypochlorite, they have this fountain here, and the wind blows this fountain water onto the plants over a period of time. And this fountain has a pH balance of a regular swimming pool with the sodium hypochlorite, and it burns the plants over a period of time. So if you've ever run into that, you'll know what it's caused from. And always take your before and after pictures before you spray your first drop of bleach, I like to do videos because you capture so much more in videos, different angles. I usually walk clockwise around the house, then I come back the other direction, do a counterclockwise video. So again, you can see the massive amount of landscaping here. You imagine if you burnt one of those trees, and you don't even have to burn it much, just turn the leaves brown, and they would be quite upset. And I don't know what that costs. I assume that might be $2,000 or $3,000 on the back of the truck, and then they got to dig a hole and put it in and take the old one out. So we're not all about burning anything. Like I said, if I run across any issues, I spot treat. I don't go no more than 1.5% sodium hypochlorite, and on top of that, I do my pre-wetting. So we spot treat at many places on this house, and you know they pay in thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for us to be here. So they expect that level of professionalism, and usually these houses are triple the amount per square foot that I would charge for a normal resident, just because they demand such high quality and the risk that I run out here. And they're happy paying it. I mean, they pretty much call us and want us to come out ASAP, and so that's the deal here. So this surface cleaner, guys, this is 30-inch surface cleaner running on a 14-gallon per minute, 3,500 PSI IGX 800. And I'm obviously not using that in this application. So a 30-inch surface cleaner, I'm running double the size surface cleaner tips that I need for this, because I want to soft wash it. And I pre-treated this again with that 1.5%, which usually isn't enough to do a whole lot, but it's there to kind of freshen things up, make it smell better. It does dislodge some of the dirt, but pre-treating this with a 4 or 5%, there's no way, no how anyone could talk me into doing that, because I know that stuff will drain into those landscapings, or I'm not going to post-treat it either. And same thing, a little shower comes by and I got 5% laying on this, and it slopes down into there and it's over with for me. So we're not doing that as well. Now you may ask, so what about the customer, the length of time the job lasts, yada yada. Yep, you're right, and that's why we out here every few months, and they know it. So they either get to choose to have their driveway, post-treated and run it at severe risk of burning all those bushes and it lasts longer, or we just come out here every few months, and that's what they like to do, every few months. And like I said, they're always doing landscaping, so it's always dirty. It's always getting the leaves and debris on. So it doesn't really make sense to try to post-treat it. This right here, we do nothing with it other than clean this coping around it. I guess that's what you would call a coping or a retainer wall. We do clean that. But as far as this is solid dirt in between these blocks. These are cinder blocks laid on their side. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's rock solid. I mean, we drive on it. They drive heavy equipment on it as well. But it gives you that kind of look of the grass growing in between. So again, you don't want to kill off part of this either. So if you post-treat this concrete or pre-treat it, you run a big risk of messing up this organic biodome that's in between these blocks. And I'm not willing to accept that risk either. So on this surface cleaner here, again, we're surface cleaning it, but in a soft wash manner, meaning our surface cleaner tips have been changed out before we got started. And we go back and forth with the surface cleaner tips. We may go tomorrow, actually, we will be working on some really dirty old concrete, and our that old concrete can handle a little bit of pressure. So we'll put our normal surface cleaner tips back in it. So this is a 24-inch General Pump Hammerhead surface cleaner with a 3 spray tip bar on it, bottom of it. On that surface cleaner, we usually run 1504s for our machine. Today we got 2506 in it. It's not quite double the size, but it's enough to get the job done, and we lower our PSI and volume. That way we're not impacting that concrete with such intensity. As you see here, it's really not all that dirty because we just washed it a few months ago. We just make a pass on it. And Big Chris knows to stay off as he's edging it there. He's staying out of this block area as much as possible, not letting it overlap any, if all at all. He's done thousands of jobs and got 6 years of experience under our crew, and our 6 years is probably more like 15 years under another crew, just because the amount of jobs we perform annually, hundreds of jobs, sometimes dozens and dozens of jobs each month. So he gets a lot of different looks at a lot of different applications and projects. So, guys, anyway, I want to bring that to y'all. Also, I wanted to mention, go to BillyDavisonVIP.com if you're looking for some pressure washing training and some ways to help grow your pressure washing business today. You know, not 6 months from now, not SEO in a year from now, but these things that we practice grow your business now. So also there'll be a link in the description, and I'll pin a comment. Again, I'm Billy Davison here with Davison Pressure Washing Painting, and I hope to see you in the next video.